In this video, I want to talk about OpenShot video editor, and let me switch this from Italian to English for you. And there you go. So this is the official website. You can search for this on Google or other search engine. And okay, so basically let's allow ads on OpenShot video editor if you want to support OpenShot. Why? Because OpenShot is a completely free editor. It's a completely free software. You don't have to pay anything. And so maybe this is a way to repay these guys here that have created this for us. So basically you can deactivate some of these ad blocker and refresh the page. And also you can make donations here with PayPal. And also here in the welcome screen, you will have some preview of the features of this software. There you go. So you have basically a lot of professional features and functions and commands and tools, but this is totally free. Of course, this is not equal to other professional software like Premiere Pro. And if you want, in our channel, you will find also a Premiere Pro video course, which it's right here. You just search for Premiere Pro, and if you go in the playlists in the English video courses, you will find the Premiere Pro video course in English if you want to learn something more professional, but this is also a good choice. OpenShot is really a good choice. If you want, please also subscribe to our channel. And now let's move on. Let's download this. So I click here on the download button, and I can, it automatically detected that I am on a Windows machine. So now I can download this. Let's hit here on the download, and let's save this. Again, if I want to donate, I can click here. And now I just have to wait for the software to be downloaded. It's telling me like 5 minutes or 6 minutes. Maybe I can accelerate that, giving this a little bit more bandwidth. So let's move on. While it downloads, we can see some features. Should take, again, a few minutes. Okay, so let's see some of the features of this really nice software. And we have some screenshots here. Let's check some screenshots. Okay, so here we have, for example, a screenshot of the main interface. As you can see, it's pretty simple, nothing too complicated. It's basically, in a way, a very simplified version of Premiere Pro. So what you see in Premiere Pro, let me show you right away. It's a more professional and complex interface like that. And you can see that it has a lot of more tools and icons around the interface. It's more compact, but this is also a good start for people who are not really expert, or they are beginner in video editing and video montage. It's a really good choice. So this is the interface. Then let's see something else. The tracks. These are the tracks. These are kind of layers. So basically you can juxtapose, you can override a layer with another layer and so on. You can stack them in a hierarchy. So this one, for example, is an image. It represents, for example, a logo. This can be placed on the top layer. Then you have this kind of bigger logo here, or maybe it's a 3D animation with the transparent background. And then in the background, I have another image, which is a PNG again. So it's a still image. So here you can work with video, audio, images. You can work with multimedia files, with a lot of different formats. And so this is just an introductory video, an introduction to this software. But if you want to know more, if you want me to do more videos about this, please subscribe to the channel, comment below this video, and maybe I can do some more lessons. Okay, but you know, it's pretty simple. Maybe you can find just a way. Also, you have some tutorials around here. You can go here to support. You have a user guide, so it won't be too difficult to learn it by yourself. Okay, let's maximize this one. This is the animation overview. So we have some tools for animation. This means that I can animate images or, again, logos and so on. Okay, this is a part that also it's interesting. You will have this built-in tutorial, so like these messages that will explain to you how all the interface works, and curve presets. Okay, this is for some kind of interpolation that you want to put inside and create this animation again, these filters, and you can change them with these curves. You can split the videos like that. So you can also transform the interface, add files to the timeline. So you can do kind of a storyboard here with a timeline, yes. And file properties. Okay, this is where you set the properties, the frame rate and other stuff, the width, the height. Okay, so as you can see, you have a lot of tools, a lot of features. Let me show you something else that could be pretty interesting. Transition menu. This is good to create transition, so something coming in and coming out. This is also where you can work with curves. Of course, you can preview the video. You can drop file on the timeline. This is pretty simple, and I will show you just in a few seconds. Title editor interface. This is also good because it will let you create some titles for your video editing, for your video montage. And also we have this clip preset menu where I can select some action that I want to do with my clip. Also I have clip effects. There you go. And clip overview. Okay, and this is it for now. So these are all images that you can see here, but you also have some videos that you can check. Okay, you have videos, you have user guide, you have a lot of stuff. Okay, let's install this. Let's open it up, or I can do it from here or from the download folder. I will hit yes to install it. Just I want to show you where is on the, there it is. This is the installer that you will find in your download. And I would choose English for you guys, but I think that I can change the language also later on. Let's move on. I accept. I choose a folder for the installation. I also want to create a desktop shortcut, and let's install this. Okay. Now we will close this up, and while it will not take long to install because it's a pretty quick and very lightweight software. And while it installs, I want to show you a really nice website, which is pexels.com, and here you can find a lot of videos. So what I want to do now is download a video to use with this software so that we can do something. Well, let's move on. Let me select this one. I really like this. This is kind of a smartphone format. So, well, we can use this, but it's better when it's horizontal, not vertical. So I select this. To download this, it's simple. I can click here, and after a few seconds you will be prompted to a window here where you will save the file. In my case, I want to save it into the video folder, and I want to call this save story. Okay, and I also want to get another one. So also you can select different quality. So perhaps this is too big, so I should get maybe a lower resolution here. Also because this will be very heavy to open and to work with when I will be in any software application. And also I like this one, so I will click here. I want to see this, just want to download it, not the original, it's too big. I want to get, let's say, Full HD. And okay, I will hit on download, and again, the window opens up, and let's save this again. And okay, thanks to these guys that share their content here on Pexels. Now let's close everything up. Oh, I'm still downloading, so I want to finish this. To download this. While this downloads, we can see that the installation is finished, and I will click finish and launch the OpenShot video editor. This is also the desktop icon, which I can place in my start menu. Right click, add this to the start menu. And now let's see what this is about. Let's see what we can do with this software. Let's hit finish and start the application. Okay. Also check some other video guides in my YouTube channel where I show the OBS editor and also other editors. Okay, now welcome. Well, I said in English, but this is in Italian, don't know why. But here I can hide this message, or I can go to all the other messages for the tutorials. And I really don't know why this is in Italian. I said English, but let me try to switch the name. Now I've just made this full screen. Let's go to File and modify or edit preferences or options. And I will click here and change this. Okay, let's say language. All right, so let's search for English or whatever your language is. So, well, I don't find it. Okay, I found American English, which is fine. And also I can change the theme, but apparently this is only the dark theme, but that's okay. We don't care about that. And we can change volume and other stuff here. The preview, you can change the quality of the preview. And if you have a slow computer, maybe you can decrease this. This is just a preview, so you don't want this to be too big with too many frame rate. The FPS represents the frames per second. So the higher is this value, the slower will be than to see your preview. So you may want to drop down this to something. Let me see. This is a really long list here. You don't see it all, but I do. And well, I can say, for example, HD 720 pixels. This is the height, and it will be like 1024 for the width and 24 frames per second. Okay, and then you can also set other stuff here like automatic saving. Well, let me just close this because, okay, I have to restart, otherwise you will see this in Italian and I want to show you this in English. So let me close this and reopen it from the icon that I have placed in the start menu. And there you go. So we are in English now. And basically just you can run through all these options and figure out things that you want to change. Don't go too easy on this. Make sure that you know what you're doing. you can check the manual for this. For example, you can change the cache. Cache is really important because it will overwhelm your hard disk. If you work, for example, with 4K, you will need a lot of memory, so you can set the limit, and also a lot of cache, and so on. Just if you want to go more deep with this, you can do it in the manual. Also, I can choose some CPU acceleration or other graphic card acceleration, and also this is really important. I can set my keyboard shortcuts here, so I can personalize all of this, but I will not do anything of this right now. Okay, so project files. Get started with your project by adding a video. So this works really similar to Premiere Pro and other video editing applications. So you always start by adding some multimedia files. And all I want to do here is just open my Windows Explorer, and I want to select story, which was the first video, and I just want to click with this one, drag and drop. So I will hold my left mouse, and there it is. Now it's inside my project files, and I can add a lot of stuff here: audio, images, whatever. Now I will just work with these two videos, but I also want to show you how I can drop in a logo. So let me find quickly a logo, and this is my logo here. So I will click this, drag and drop this, and this is transparent because it's PNG, it's not JPEG. So it has 4 channels, the 3 color, red, green and blue, and then it has also an alpha channel. This will give me the transparent background that I need, so I can bring this on top of the other. Okay, now let's move to the timeline. This is where we can again drag and drop by holding the left mouse button and putting this inside. I have a lot of tracks here. Okay, just let's click next, and let's click and drag the first video. And as you can see, I have many tracks here that I can use. So I can bring it here, but I can also move with the scroll wheel of my mouse, and I can go to the first track down at the bottom. Okay, and here I can already see a preview, and this is what it's telling me right now. It's telling me this is the preview right here. So if I want to continue to add images or video, I can just click and drag this. I can put it in the same track, or I can put it on a different track, and these lines here will help me to snap and not to have gaps between the video clips. And again, I want to drag and drop, and the logo instead. This I want the logo for the duration of my presentation or my sequence. So I will stretch this by holding the left mouse again, holding this red border. I will stretch it until the video is finished. So right here. Okay, and well, I can work also with markers, which are these green things here. So let me click and insert a marker, and I want to insert it right when this finishes. So let me click here. Okay, this is the marker, and I can, with the right click, remove the marker. I think I'll set more than one. Okay, and so you can work with a lot of things here, and this is the snapping tool. Okay, so let me stretch this like that. Okay, and this is the current time indicator, by the way, that you can move to see your sequence back and forward. You can click and drag again. Okay, so right now I'm here, but this logo looks too big for me. So I have to scale it down, and I have to place it somewhere else. But I will do this in a bit. Okay, also I can extend timeline here to have more space and continue to drag and drop videos and create a more complex sequence or composition. Okay, also I can cut this in two or maybe more, and I can then move these around and create another different montage. And I can add other tracks. I can go to the markers that I have placed, and I can center the timeline on the player ahead, which is this CTI, is the current time indicator. Okay, now this is the preview. We can play, pause, we can go fast forward, we can go to the end or to the start and hit play again. Okay, now let's go next. And then we can export the video. So we can click this button to export your timeline as a single video file. Okay, that's it. This is the tutorial. So if I click here, I can export everything, and I can choose the folder where to export it, the name of the video. Also, I can change here. I have many formats that I can use. I have MOV or AVI. I have things that go along with the Mac, with Windows, and so on. But I think this is the most common, so I will leave this MP4 H264. And also I can change again the video profile. Maybe I want to increase the quality and or lower the quality. I don't know. It depends how heavy I want the video to be. Okay, and then I can export this, and I will find this. Well, let me change folder. I want to bring this into the video folder as well. Okay, and I will hit export, and as you can see, it's pretty fast also to export. Okay, now this is done, and let me show you the result, which is this Untitled project right here. Double click on this. There you go. This is full HD, and I can see here my logo. Well, this is just to show you all the basics functions here. Also, I can set some transition. Perhaps I can place it here. The more stuff I put inside, the more time will take to render. Okay, this is a transition, but as you can see, it goes a lot slower now because this is an added effect. You also have transition, and you also have effects. So I will click this effect and place it here, and so you can see this, there is a green button here. So if I right click, and I can go to properties, and this is where I can change, well, let's decrease the saturation so this becomes black and white. This is just examples. You have a lot of things to do right here. Also, maybe I want to now zoom a little bit to see better what is going on. You can see here the S. Right click, properties. I can access the properties of this filter, which is called color saturation. Okay, last things that I want to show you is the possibility to change the properties, for example, of the logo. Here, for example, in the left side, now I have the properties of this logo. Also, I can right click, I can access other settings for this logo, and you don't see it here, but I have a transform. Well, let me show you. Right click, transform, and now I can change the position of this and the scale. So I will scale this down, and be careful here. You also have this scale X, scale epsilon that you can control from the properties. Okay, now I want to move this as usual where the logo usually are, on the bottom right. And this is other stuff that you can do, and you can do all this transformation and settings with all your clips and images and videos that you will bring in. Oh, actually this is animated right now. So I basically set an animation, and this is where I can see the curves that have been applied. So let's change this, right click, change this from a curve to a constant, and also the scale. Let's change this to a constant, and now it shouldn't well, yes, it does, but this is like sudden. So what I need to do is to set these values in the when you start and when you finish. So I just have to reset this as well. And also the scale, I want to change this. Oh, actually I can remove the keyframe. Right click and remove the keyframe. So I guess now it will just stay there. This is one way. But there are a lot of things to know right here. Again, it's not too complex, but you have a lot of stuff to see. So for this video, I will stop right now. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel and see you in the next video.